Shalom lekulam. Sorry, just joking, Mum, it's in English. I was just thinking you'd feel like it's at Achuzat Bayis, everything's in Hebrew, and then you get upset. Everybody, welcome to my mum's 67th birthday.
Plus or minus.
I know she's not really 67, but I'm still 21, so Jonathan says she's 67. She's actually a young 84. Look at that. So, I have to wear glasses, sorry. Thank you for all coming, really, from Naharia, Rapid, from Modi'in, Bet Shemesh, from Ra'anana, from Achuzat Bayis, from Jerusalem. Really, thank you all for coming. I've only chosen people that my mum really likes and respects. My mum? Respects.
Not just likes, but also
No, respects. Oh, and Amos and Leora Ashlichim from all the way from Kfar Saba. Thanks to Leora and Amos, we're here in Israel.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks to us being here, my mum's here. So, kol hakavod to you. So,
Too far away.
Who else is? Oh, there's the chorus, all the way from across the driveway. Come and eat. There's a lot of yummy food.
Can't complain about the noise.
Everybody, first of all, I hope you're all sitting down and you're comfortable. Secondly, I hope you've all got your hearing aids in.
What?
If you don't, we can get them cheap at Maccabi. There's a sale on at the moment. Okay. It's going to be a long time, so you can look at the pictures in the background. This way you don't have to be bored with me telling you about all the pictures. The pictures that you'll see are all pictures either of things that my mum loves, nature, art, culture, food, the beautiful things my mum has in her home. I think there are a few photos of the family. Her gold cutlery, Mum, look at that. Oh, nice. Very important to have the gold cutlery. Aww. And at the same time as you're looking at that, I'm going to speak about my mum. Dearest darling Mum, can you hear me? This is a big month for you. In the spirit of Leslie Ratner, you've been celebrating your birthday since the beginning of May, when your best friends Joyce and Clifford Krieger cruised via Israel to see you at the port in Haifa. Since then, you've been taken out by your dearest friends in Israel, Elaine and Sarah, and spoiled by your Scrabble partner in crime, Hannah. Unfortunately, she couldn't come here tonight because she's got something with her grandchildren. And there are a lot of other people that couldn't come tonight because they have other commitments. But they all say Mazel Tov. Hannah is a lovely lady that's been coming to, as well as Hannah Schwartz, but Hannah has been playing Scrabble with my mum for many years, and she's a very special lady. Mum, did you have to schmeiss her with a score of 425 twice, Dafka, on your birthday? You enjoyed a very special lunch with Leslie and our wonderful family Shabbat dinner last week. It was fun to make fish and sausages with eggs and chips for you like the old days, as well as Eva's mum's famous borscht that Meir and Hiba loved. Not to forget Sarah Rapke's famous pig with mushrooms, still in the fridge. Your face lit up with the fake prawns and the tiramisu cake. It's such a pleasure to prepare food for you. By the way, I will always cherish your recipe book that you put together in such an organised way. Being the perfectionist that you are, I expect that from you. It's inside what I've put for you. We all respect, admire and love you. You're 67 years old, according to Jonathan. You don't look a year older, especially with your red hair, which once was blonde and before that was jet blue black. How do I start to share how much I love and appreciate everything you've always done for, given and taught me and our family? Despite the fact that you had a hard childhood in London and went to live in Melbourne, Australia on the £10 boat, you made an amazing life for yourself at the age of 24. You started your new life in Melbourne alone as a young adult. You used your perfectionism and precision in everything to continue dressmaking as well as anything else you could do at night to make money to pay the bills. You met your first husband, Jackie Schwartz, through his best friend, David Feldman. Since I recently went to Poland with your darling son-in-law, Dr. Harvey Bellick, and your princess granddaughter, Ayelet, I've been on a couple of missions. You don't know about this, Mum. When you ask me what am I doing and I say I'm busy, I've been really busy. The first mission was to try and find out as much information as possible about my father, Jack, who died of kidney failure when I was 2 years old. Obviously, I have no memories of him, as he was in hospital my whole first 2 years of life. Hi, Gabby. I have rung many people over the past few weeks and was fortunate enough to speak with Yossel Baker, Mr. Dubinsky, and most importantly, David Bird, who all remembered my father so fondly. The overall memories were that Jack was a lovely, kind, happy man. He never had a bad word to say about anybody and would do anything for anybody with a big smile on his face. Is that right, Mum? Since he arrived to Melbourne after the Holocaust, all he wanted to do was enjoy life, have fun, and never talk about the horrors he and his family suffered. He began to meet the boys from Poland in Ackland Street. They used to have coffee at Scheherazade every day. According to Eva, when David wanted to find Jack down the street, he would look for a trail of peanut shells left behind him in the street. Hello, Stephen Katz and the family. I think that means Daniel and Miriam and Mia are here too.
Yeah.
Welcome. I haven't spoken about yet, so that's good timing. I'm still calling you Stephen. Jack learned many things through his work in the lodge ghetto, including how to make many types of machinery. That talent enabled him to get many types of jobs in Melbourne. He was brilliant, quick, inventive, creative, and always willing to learn anything that could be transferred into a way of making money, according to David Bird and to my cousin Josh Goldhart, as in Jack's nephew. The only cousin I have on his side. Prior to meeting you, all the boys from before the war, aged around 21, used to go regularly to meet a dance called Palace Deluxe. They lived life to the fullest. Yossel Baker remembers that Jack was the first one amongst all the boys to be able to afford and to buy a red car. Red car, not just a car. Everyone was envious of him. So Jack used to drive up and down to Sydney in his red car to see his old mates from Poland on a regular basis. David Bird met Jack in Ackland Street and was working at the time as a mechanic. David offered to train Jack as a mechanic too. Of course, the genius learned the trade very quickly and became a very successful worker. They used to go to the beach, swim and eat ice cream together and just had fun. When you met Jack, you knew that he wasn't well, that he had renal failure as a result of the war. You knew that he was serious, but loved him that much that you married him anyway and tried to make the best of every day whilst you could. Isn't it great to have babies in the bed? Sorry, the swings have gone now. He used to make kitchen gadgets in the evenings to make extra money. He was very diligent and determined. You and he shared a love for classical music. According to Yossel Baker, when Jack was in hospital, can everybody hear with the baby? Can you all hear with the baby in the background?
Yeah, better.
Ellie? Could you perhaps shuffle her inside? Sorry, no offence, Paul. According to Yossel Baker, when Jack was in hospital, he would analyse his medical state and tell the doctors what they had to do with his body. He knew everything. Jack used his knowledge from the ghetto to get a job in a pantyhose factory for a while. When Bobby Katz came into Jack's life, they became friends, and then Bobby, the photographer, that's Stephen Daniel Katz's father, where are you? Bobby the photographer taught him to become a photographer too. All of my first photos from the minute I was born were taken by my wonderful father. Eva remembers that the first time she heard of you was when Jack died, and David went to see you when you were sitting shiva. Eva had just started going out with David 1 month previously, and she was too shy to come in. So she sat in the car. I can't ever imagine Eva shy. It's just not possible. Sigal? Where's Sigal? At Hollywood? Yeah. That's what she told me. I can't believe it. This is Eva's sister-in-law, Sigal. Tragically, my father died 6 months before the first kidney transplant operation in Australia. He left a huge hole in your heart, in mine, and amongst his friends and the Goldheart family. As a single mum in a foreign country without any family, you worked hard to create a support group for yourself. The Wilshansky, Herzog, Teller and Lipke's families, amongst many others, reached out to help you and to help me in any way possible. The Lipkes, Feldmans, Katz, Heims and the Bethrifka community became our family, especially as I was an asthmatic baby needing a lot of help and care. Where did you get your strength from, Mum? I've always been in awe of your ability and determination to make the best of everything. You chose Bethrifka for me because you knew that it was the best, smallest, Hamish, Jewish learning environment for me. That was where my best friends were formed. Goldie, Ricky, Diane. Is Diane here yet? Michal, Leora and Leah, amongst others. By the way, Michal, Leora and Leah were all coming. These are my girlfriends from school that I've known since kindergarten, but they all couldn't come and they all sing my daughter. You always gave me every opportunity in life. Despite me being an only child, you encouraged me to go to every Jewish youth movement in order to make friends. Beitar, Habonim, B'nai Akiva, B'nos. I did it except Hashemim. When I was 6 years old, you decided it was time for you to remarry, even if that meant to move to Sydney. You met Ziggy, and 4 days later, you were engaged to a charming, intelligent, polyglot? That was Harvey added that word. Smiling Holocaust survivor, this time from Czechoslovakia. I will forgive you for not taking me on your honeymoon. At least you left me behind with Uncle Ruth, Lipke's and the Feldman mob. I used to call Ruth Uncle because my mum told me that I didn't know there was a difference between an auntie and an uncle, so I called her Uncle Ruth. I remember when I was angry with you, I used to say that I wasn't going to invite you to my wedding. Maybe that was my payback for not taking me on your honeymoon. After 6 years in Sydney, we had enough and wanted to go back to Melbourne. So you said, Zig, we're going back to Melbourne. That was Dad. He'd jump up. Whatever Mum said, yep, and he was up. So in the car we went to Melbourne, not the same red car, this time in Ziggy's red taxi. When my new neighbour, Shuli, moved in across the house from 373 Glenira Road, he introduced me to his best mate, a gorgeous spunk of a guy called Harvey Bellick. Well, that was it. I fell in love with him at the age of 13. At nearly 15, we started dating thanks to Naomi Miller and her encouragement at camp. She said, I think he likes it. And things have been pretty good ever since. We all lucked out with Harvey, best friend, best husband, best father, best son and son-in-law. Tola and Sam grew to appreciate and respect you, Mum, despite the culture gap between you. Polish, English, not so easy. They even went on a cruise together. And mother-in-law went on a cruise with my mum. Can't believe that. Sandy, my sister-in-law, and Annalise, her daughter, are big fans of yours. They both send you a very, very big happy birthday. Mum, in all your years, you and Ziggy taught Jonathan, Daniel and Ayelet to appreciate the fine things in life. Classical music, Judaism, good food, antiques, art, travel, different cultures, photography, nature and more. We are grateful for everything that you taught yourself and then passed on to us as a family. Sorry we're not as good as you at Scrabble, but Lucky Hannah loves to play with you. Do you always have to win? How come you always make such a high score, 7-letter words? I can't even make one, especially as a woman who didn't go to school. You even let me go on Mahon a whole year with Beitar, leaving you and Ziggy, your new husband, behind. Which mother in your situation would encourage that? You and Dad made Aliyah when Daniel was born. Robin told you that you should live here with your only family. You listened and you came straight away. You and Dad got so much nuffers from the kids. Dad would do anything for the kids. We loved coming to your home in Kiryat Sharet, hearing the frogs in the central garden, being in your warm, unique home. The kids only broke 1 or 2 of your special antique bowls on the coffee table, and you coped quite well. We apologise for that. One Pesach, when we came over to help clean and organise the kitchen, Daniel was about 5 at the time. Do you remember, Mum? What did he say?
He wanted to come and help to clean. He said, I don't do floors and windows.
It's written here. It's proof. I don't do floors and windows. You plus laughing. We continued to laugh about that for many years. Where is Daniel?
Sitting in front of Savta.
Daniel, do you do floors and windows yet?
Not windows, floors.
You might need to learn to do windows now. No, you're married. Welcome, Daniel and Mira. You even looked after the boys when Harvey and I went to Poland with Uncle Felix and Dana for his first exhibition in cloth. You managed to look after the boys, even caring for Daniel with chicken pox, without telling us anything. When I called to ask how's it going, you said, yeah, fine, everything's good. Because you didn't want us to worry. You've made beautiful tapestries, drawings. I think you can see them on, I think Daniel, you bought that for something? Jonathan, you bought it. These are all Mum's special things, her musical, this is South American touch of my mum. You've made beautiful tapestries, drawings and blankets for all of the kids, as well as making my clothes and Barbie clothes when I was young. Everything to perfection. You are quite the artist. You've had ups and downs since Zubba died, and not being able to keep Sheila, your dog, apples up by was really tough. You all see there's a sticker with Sheila, Mum's dog, with Ilan Pera, and unfortunately that was very hard. It wasn't hard enough that my father died, my second father, but they wouldn't let her keep the dog and apples up by you. Dana, what do you think about that? Despite the hardships, you've made lovely new friends who are here tonight. And there are others who also couldn't come. Tova is sick, she's got pneumonia, she couldn't come. And I think there are 3 other ladies that wanted to come. And who's the other gentleman? Nat. He went to
Russia.
Where?
Russia.
Russia. Sorry. Despite the said that. You still appreciate the fine things of life, especially a good strong cup of English tea with milk in a fine bone china cup with matching sauce. What are you holding a paper cup for?
It's coffee, not tea.
Oh my, we gave you that. Naomi, really?
Loretta, I tell you, the scones were perfect English.
Oh, good. My second mission was for you, Mum. I've spoken to many special people who have been in your life for many, many years. I've actually had a really good time doing this. Some family and some friends from Australia, London, France, Israel, who all love you. Everybody only had great things to say about their memories of you. Before I just go into the list, can you get the bag of, I think it's in the picture. One of the people that I spoke to, Mum, about you, one of the many, was a lady called Hazel. You remember Hazel?
Hazel Billiner.
Yes.
Do you remember anything about Hazel? Hazel was a South African,
South African.
I think you call them Kugels. That she's like a Jap, a Jewish American princess or a Jewish Australian princess. A Kugel is a South African one who's never touched, cleaned the floor, doesn't know how to dust, doesn't know how to do anything. But she came to Australia, and after my father died, Mum realised she needs to have a tenant to help pay the bills. A boarder. So she decided that what she would do was to give her one of the rooms in the house, and Hazel and my mum became very, very close. Hazel now is 67.
Like Savta.
Like you.
But for
No,
real.
that's Dennis. That's my cousin who's now 67. Hazel's 69. I'm getting confused because I spoke to so many people in the last couple of weeks. So I rang Hazel and I said, Hazel, do you have any good memories of my mum? And she said, do I have any good memories of your mum? She said, I only have good memories of your mum. And I said, really? She said, yeah, of course. Actually, the only thing I remember when she was a bit upset with me was when I arrived, she asked me to vacuum the house. I said, okay, and what about it? So she said, well, she wasn't very happy with me. She said, why didn't you clean under the bed? So I said, well, I've never vacuumed before. I don't know about cleaning under the bed. So that was her most unpleasant memory of you, was asking her to clean under the bed. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't clean under the bed either. I'm not going to tell you all the people that I've spoken to because you're going to find out very soon. In the meantime, we have a few little gifts for you. You don't have to open them now. There's this one. These are all just cute things. This is a card from you from Joyce and Clifford. There are a few animals here because you love the zoo and you can't have the zoo in your home, so I bought you a zebra and I think a yellow, what is it, a giraffe? A zebra, a dog, because you can't have Sheila. I think that's the dog. What else did we... And this is a very cute book because you love books. This book is a very cute story about two families that went on, decided to go on a trip to America in a camper van, as we call in Australia, a caravan. So they took two caravans. One was a milchik caravan, one was a fleshik one. So you have to read it because I haven't read the book yet. You have to decide if you want to laugh or not. I don't know. I don't know about it. So these are a few little gifts for you. Are you still all sitting tight?
More cheesecake?
I do need to read this next part, especially because the Katzes have just walked in. It's all right, I read all that anyway. These are my memories of the Rosenberg, Feldman and Katz families. I know that Eva Feldman met Mum after my father Jack died at the age of 36. David Feldman was his best friend was best friends with my father. David helped my mum with everything as well as supporting me, the little 2-year-old daughter. Eva became friends with my mum too, and their friendship developed into the partnership of a little business in the garage of our famous 373 Glenire Road house in Caulfield. This little makeshift shop of second-hand schmutters, treasures from the rich local Jews in Melbourne, developed so quickly that they had to open a real shop in Hawthorne Road. The swap machine. The swap machine became the first second-hand shop of its kind in the community. As Karen Feldman and I grew up, we were the best second-hand dressed kids in the town. Mum used to call it second-hand Rose. Mum and Eva developed a strong relationship full of respect for each other and never argued about anything in all the years of the partnership. The shop grew, filled with so much bric-a-brac, antiques and the finest clothes as well as the best metzias. Mum used to organise weekends away to Harrietville, Hillsville and other great places. Whilst David was always making the barbecues, the women were cooking delicious food. Us kids, Stephen Katz, Barry, Simon, Karen, Jason Feldman and I used to play. They were and still are my siblings. Actually, David was the biggest kid of all. I remember playing air hockey and table soccer with him in the games room and getting thrashed by David. He was a vicious competitor. I wonder where Jonathan got it from. When we had Shabbat dinners at the Feldmans, after eating Eva's delicious food, David would get up, get his kids in 6 Rain Street to pretend they were in a boxing ring and he was the referee. Remember that? Ding ding, would scream David, and he'd put them in a place like this. He would scream and the mad fighting began. It was Simon, David, Barry in the corner. I don't know, do you remember that? They would really lash into each other. No one ever got hurt, didn't break any bones, but they did it every week. I enjoyed being at the Katz family too, with Bobby and Sandra, Benny, Lana and Stephen. Many fun memories, aside from Bobby eating bacon and shrimps. I learnt a lot from Bobby about the Jews who went to live in Shanghai during the Second World War. At the same time, Mum would sit and play a serious game of Scrabble with Sandra. So many of my friends came over every Friday night, either for a delicious Shabbat or Chagim meal or dessert. My friends loved coming to our house. They loved to schmooze with you, with my mum, and she loved to schmooze with him. Dad was always so charming. especially when he put his hand out to shake someone's and then he'd kiss his own. I can't do it because I haven't got someone else doing it. Like this. This was his trying to do this to everybody. That was before he knew about Shulman Nigia. Dad and Mum made everyone feel welcome. It was so important to Mum that the house looked perfect for my wedding, that she had a new bricked entrance built on the side of the house to enable me to walk out of the door and enter the vintage car like a queen. Remember that? I have no idea how much that cost you. Ah, the memories of 373. So, Mum, I told you that I've spoken to a lot of people, and I'm not going to tell you who they all are. Yeah, don't look at me like that. You're going to take this home. This is a gift from many, 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 many people. This is something that Meira, where are you, Meira? Meira Bellick has put together, even with all the pressure of Meira's finishing her final papers, final everything before she becomes a graphic designer. We put a lot of pressure until last night, didn't we, Meira? Kola kavod to you. And I have to say that Meira is very proud of one thing in specific. In a minute. You're going to let you read them, but please don't take them home because I have to send them to the people in Australia and England who actually participated. Meira said to me last night, I'm so excited because I made the heading for one of these specific messages. Meira, what did you say?
For Michelle Rothman.
From Michelle Rothman. What did you call it, Meira?
She spoke about Gloria's food. So I made the best pun I've ever made in my life, and I said, the headline is, Food, Gloria's Food.
Here it is. Food, glorious food. Get it? Because Michelle mentioned all the yummy food that Mum introduced her to, cottage cheese and jam. Whoever had cottage cheese and jam?
I do.
Really?
Yes, he does.
Did you have blue cheese and jam?
No.
No. Well, you haven't hung out with my mum.
Jan. That's like his favorite breakfast.
So we have many, many beautiful messages for you here, Mum, and you'll take them home and enjoy them. I have to read one because it is hilarious. I'm sorry if you've got no Savanut, but this one is a classic, as we say. You just have to find it.
Which one are you reading?
The one from Mikey.
What page?
Yeah, you can read along here. It's page 16.
Have a look and pass
It's
them
this
around.
one called WWF Blown Away by Champ Gloria. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hilarious. By your other grandson, Mikey Sokolov. Mikey couldn't come tonight because he's got two friends sleeping over, but he really wanted to come. For the 84th consecutive year, Gloria the Glorious has completely annihilated all the competition at this year's World Wrestling Association's Savta Smackdown, defeating every single other grandmother on the face of the earth by the way of technical knockout. Gloria has extended her reign of first place Savta for yet another year. He continues. She's just a completely unstoppable force, says Mikey Sokolov, chairman of IBI, Inglorious Bastards International, which is Savta Gloria's worldwide fan club. I wait for this day every year just to be sure that Gloria can beat the crap out of all the other Savtas if she wants to. And she has once again proved she is the best. As if that wasn't enough, in addition to her grandmother beating abilities, Gloria has an amazing sense of humour, fashion sense, and the ability to tell it like it is. No BS from the Savta world champ. No surprise that Gloria has racked up such a following as she maintains an incredible line of children and grandchildren who keep a legacy alive and well. Asked what he would say to the champ given the opportunity on this special occasion, Sokolov responded, "Well, first she gets a huge kiss on the cheek for being so awesome. I'd probably ask her for a dance, and then I'd say for providing me with an extended family with proper values and open hearts. She truly is a one-of-a-kind Savta, and I send her nothing but the best. Love you lots, Gloria. Cheers, Mikey." So, Mum, now that I've happen shining everybody, I think you've heard everything and you may have enjoyed it all, right? We are...
2 cents I want to share.
בבקשה.
Yeah?
Oh, and then I was going to do Lomirala.
No one's leaving.
No one's leaving. You can do it.
My Yiddish is
Lomirala. It says it here actually. The roaring alligator. Here.
Yeah. Alright, look. I'll give these out. So I have 2 things to say. I don't actually want to say this after right now. On my way here, I hitched a ride, and this guy that was driving me asked me, what do I do, what do my parents do, and what does my mom do? And, you know, we live in this world where everything's categories. Occupation, what have you studied, how much you're making, how many kids, la la la. And Mom does so much. Mom has non-stop put so much effort into this event, and last week's event, and the weeks before event. And it's not for her, it's for others. All the time it's others, others, others. And she invests so much in these amazing friendships and these great people, and it's all about love, and you deserve a lot of my appreciation and everyone else's, and I'm sure that a lot of people are here also for Savta and also for you, and you deserve a lot. So this Lumirale would also go to you. That's one thing. And the second thing is, we get together often to celebrate something specific, and it's this one big event, and we're able to look back upon these experiences that we've had, and we cherish them, and it's great. But these things happen all the time. All the time there are amazing things that happen around us, and only when something big happens then we reflect. And I've been telling this a couple of times already, but I'm leaving, and that's sad because I won't be here with you guys, but I won't be with Savta. And what I urge us all to do is not to wait for the next event, something good or something bad happening. And since I told you that on the balcony about a month ago, I've been putting a lot of effort into our relationship because it's so important. And it's not like I haven't done it before, but now more than ever. And this is for me too, but I invite us all to engage more often and share our feelings and our thoughts, because you don't know what's going to happen next, and you don't know when Mum's going to throw the next big event.
Next week, right?
Not next week.
eat dessert first.
And we need to capitalize on every moment that we are alive and with each other. So that is the message that I want to share with us, with you all, and remind myself of that all the time. So I think we can do a Lomirale,
Lomirala. It's written
the Israeli version.
It's transliterated and,
Not everyone has it.
well, it's okay. Those of us that remember.
Do we all have a
Does
glass?
anyone over there remember?
So we all need to stand up. Those
Remember
capable.
How to sing this song.
It's on page, what page is it on?
If you have a glass,
Yes it is.
if you want to stand, don't stand. If you don't,
The last
because this is for Savta.
We sing happy birthday.
No. First we have.
No, we're doing a Yiddish chant.
This is a tradition that we do, that we used to do.
Rao,
in
what are you doing
Australia
sitting down?
Inside the back cover.
Before we sing happy birthday.
It's called Lomirala.
Kumzit.
This is what you would do at any bar mitzvah wedding in Australia with all the Polish
Holocaust survivors, the Hungarian Holocaust survivors, and then it became a tradition with the rest.
We're going to throw in a bit of Aussie stuff
Okay.
to keep it
Harvey, can I have
happening.
a bit of
All right.
Thank you.
Here we go. Those who know, then help me. I'm going to step away from the microphone.
Harvey, can you sing it?
Yes.
come.
Eins, zwei, come on. Eins,
By
zwei,
the way,
drei.
before we sing it, I'd like to, 1 second, I just would like to thank, first of all, Harvey Bellick for all of his tolerance in me creating tonight,
43 years.
and for Ayelet's help
Can I get one thank
behind the
you?
scenes with everything, as well as all the other people, of course, in Meira for making the most amazing booklet. And I don't know if any of you saw, but my gardener was here at the very beginning of the evening. He was here till 4 o'clock this afternoon. He hasn't finished with the garden, but he was here and then he came back to make sure that the slideshow was working, that the lights were all on. He put the lights out just for tonight. So for everyone to know, there's been so much love for you, Savta, because Amir did this for you. He put the steps for you, he put the everything for you. So here we go. Ready?
Yes. Eins, zwei, drei. Götti mekade polizei. Götti mekade polizei.
Come on, Ralph.
Lonely alligators, lonely alligators, drinking a glaze of the wine. Lonely alligators, drinking a glaze of the wine.
Lechaim.
Loretta, you want
The
Shuli to
night,
come on
the
the
night
boards?
is just starting. We now have Shuli Natan is going to come and sing some special songs for us. She's come all the way from Ranana for this. And I think that many of you would know that Shuli Natan's most famous song is Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. So please eat some more food while Shuli entertains us. There's coffee, tea, lots and lots of cakes. And then after that, Daniel Bellick will be playing some special Savta songs, correct? And then there's more food. Thank you very much for coming. Would you like a chair? Stand? Okay.
Loretta, did you ask everybody to go around and eat now and drink?
I think because otherwise it's not
Okay, take some food and sit down, okay?
take it on holiday.
It's easier if you sit down, okay? Bernie, first of all, I thank Loretta for inviting me, and I'm very happy to see quite a number of people that I know from before, from Hod Vehadar, from Achuzat Bayit. Gloria, maybe you saw me in Achuzat Bayit as well. So I feel quite at home. And I'll tell you another secret. Dr. Harvey Balik is our family's doctor. So, big secret. Many, many years. חפץ חיים, אוהב ימים, לראות טוב. Please sing with me. מי האיש שחפץ חיים, אוהב ימים, לראות טוב. לשון חמרה ושפתיך מדבר מרמה סור מרב הסתו בקשלו ורודפהו נצור לשון חמרה ושפתיך מדבר מרמה סור מרב הסתו בקשלום ורודפהו. Please everybody sing with me. מי האיש שחפץ חפץ חיים אוהב ימים בראותו לצור לשון חמרה ושפתיך מדבר מרמה סור מרב הסתו בקשלום ורודפהו לצור לשון חמרה ושפתיך מדבר מרמה סור מרב הסתו בקשלום ורודפהו. האיש שחפץ חיים אוהב ימים בראותו. I know you're waiting for a song about Jerusalem. Yeah, I know. But maybe we'll sing another song for Jerusalem first. We'll go backwards. We'll go to the 1930s. The third Aliyah in Israel, the third Aliyah, they are building the first kibbutzim and solalim kvishim, and they're working on the roads. And there's a group that is sent to Jerusalem, especially to cut stones from the mountain and build the new Jerusalem. Well, they weren't, I can't say that they were very capable, because they were very, very neat boys, yeshiva boicherim, who just came to Israel. So they suffered a lot, like everybody else in Jerusalem in the 1930s. They suffered, they didn't have work, no food, lots of diseases, troubles between the different edot, the different Jewish people from different countries, and mostly they suffered from hunger. So they used to send the young women in their group to weddings and to bar mitzvahs and to events like that, not to entertain, but to steal some food. Nevertheless, they kept a high morale, and they always danced. They danced during the whole night. Of course, they danced the hora. And the hora, you know, is not a very Jewish dance. We maybe made it Jewish, but it comes from Romania. And so does the melody of this song. And here they are telling their stories, the young chalutzim from the third Aliyah. The specialists, you see, the young people. Yeah, okay. So here we are with the Romanian melody and the young chalutzim. תשרי סבא בן העורף אל הררי האלף משתעל בו כל החורף ובינו הדלף ירושלים עיר הקודש כמה ומדוע לא נתת לי בזה החודש יומיים בשבוע ירושלים עיר הקודש למה ומדוע לא נתת לי בזה החודש יומיים בשבוע ובצריף ובוכה הילד צומחות לו שיניים תלמודי הוא בכל החלת כי הורים אלוהים ירושלים עיר הקודש למה ומדוע לא נתת לי בזה החודש יומיים בשבוע ירושלים עיר הקודש למה ומדוע לא נתת לי בזה החודש יומיים בשבוע תהי חוצבת החצור בסלע כבני ירושלים עם הבכי הוא בסלע השתיקה בשניים clap hands ירושלים עיר הקודש למה ומדוע לא נתת לי בזה החודש יומיים בשבוע ירושלים עיר הקודש למה ומדוע לא נתת לי בזה החודש רק 2 ימי עבודה בשבוע We're going to join Naomi Shemer, the very famous songwriter of Israel, the voice of Israel. In 1965, 2 years before the Six-Day War, before she wrote Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, she was very optimistic. She thought that peace will come very quickly, and she was also dreaming of a new temple. I think not a temple like we had 2,000 years ago, but a temple of friendship and love between everybody. And she actually wrote the song for her father, because her father used to work in the field in 40 degrees, in the Jordan Valley, and he sang, Yibone Beiso Mikdash Bimera Meyamein ותן חלקנו בתורתך, יא בבא בבא. And she thought, well, enough with the exile atmosphere. She's going to write a new Yibane HaMikdash with an Israeli, fresh and chutzpahdik melody. And this is how it sounds. Yibane, Yibane, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה, ייבנה, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה, ייבנה, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה, ייבנה, ייבנה המקדש. בהר חצבת אבן להקים בניין חדש, בהר חצבת אבן להקים בניין חדש, לא לשווא אחי חצבת לבניין חדש, כי מן הארזים האלה ייבנה מקדש, ייבנה. Very well. ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה המקדש. אם בהר נתת ארז, ארז ממקום דרדר, בהר נתת ארז, ארז ממקום דרדר, לא לשווא אחי נתת במקום דרדר, כי מן הארזים האלה ייבנה ההר, ייבנה ההר, ייבנה ההר, ייבנה ההר, ייבנה ההר. אם לא שרת לי שיר עדיין, שירה לי מזמור חדש, שהוא עתיק מיין ומתוק, מתוק מדבש, שיר שהוא עתיק מיין ומתוק מדבש, שיר שהוא כבן על אפיים ובכל זאת חדש, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה המקדש, ייבנה המקדש. Okay. Loretta, you are the commander, so I promise to sing something from South America.
Savta.
Savta, I hear that you like South American songs. You do, you do. Okay. I see the spirit. Okay. So we're going to Chile. Is it okay, Gloria, if we go to Chile?
Mom. Kelly. Hello. Talking to you.
Is it okay if we sing something from Chile? You can also dance if you want. Anybody who wants to dance is welcome.
There's a stage and it's pretty big.
Well, it's not a very long song, but it's a fun song. It's about a young guy who walks with a sombrero and with a guitar, which is very typical. He's walking on the beach, and he's writing the name of his beloved one on the sand. Her name is Maria Isabel. He writes it, then he goes away, comes back, and he erases her name. Something went wrong there, I guess. But anyway, there's a lot of room for clapping hands, and there's Chiribiri Bomb. What? Where did it come from, the Chiribiri Bomb? You think it's Jewish, maybe? I mean, maybe it's, yes, but seems like it's also South American. So here we go. La playa está desierta, el mar bañaba tu piel, cantando con mi guitarra para ti, María Isabel. En la arena escribí tu nombre y luego yo lo borré para que nadie pisara tu nombre, María Isabel. Clap hands now. Coge tu sombrero y póntelo. Vamos a la playa, calienta el sol. Coge tu sombrero y póntelo. Vamos a la playa, calienta el sol. Chiribiribim, porropopom. Chiribiribim, porropopom. Chiribiribim, porropopom. Chiribiribim, porropopom. La luna fue caminando hacia las olas del mar. Tienes celos de tus ojos y tu forma de mirar. La luna fue caminando hacia las olas del mar. Tienes celos de tus ojos y tu forma de mirar. Coge tu sombrero y ponte